All right, Crystal Palace versus Stoke is the next match we're going to preview. Crystal Palace 2, Stoke come in as long as 4.3 there, all those odds with Pinnacle. I think this is a really tough match. This is a pass for me. I've got a few leans though. Obviously Stoke are really struggling. 0 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses. Crystal Palace obviously picked up their first win of the season playing Middlesbrough. I'm leaning towards Palace, but Stoke have played some tough matches, so I think it's a bad indication to say that Stoke have been playing badly because they've had some tough opponents, and so Stoke really could pull this one out of the bag. And I'm also leaning on both teams to score, but those are leans. I'm not playing any of them.
And it's a shame with me, Nat, as well. I haven't got any official play on that. I would actually take Stoke, as Nigel knows, is very well connected over there in England. A lot of problems at Palace, as Nigel's been telling us, and I reckon Stoke could go there and get a win, but am I willing to put like a lot of money on it? No, not really. I might put like, a tenner, 20 quid or something like that, but it's just a lean, not an official pick.
Yeah, or like a draw no bet. See, you're missing out on this draw no bet. I was analysing your predictions.
Not interested. I got my system. It works for me. That's it. What do you reckon, Nigel?
I think this is one to avoid. I really, really do. I've mentioned before about problems at Crystal Palace. I think there's problems at Stoke as well. Mark Hughes was sent to the stands after that dreadful performance against Tottenham. He lost the plot completely. Yeah. They met 3 times last season, these two sides, and every single game Palace won. 2 in the Premier League and 1 in the FA Cup. And Stoke have never beaten Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in the Premier League. So the trends aren't looking good for a Stoke game. I think it's 2 managers with 2 egos. One that I want to leave.
Can I change my mind?
No.
Can I not change my mind? I'm actually going Stoke to win. I want to go against all the figures. Stoke have got the ability, all jokes aside, to get it done. Nigel, you talked me into it. I'm taking Stoke to win.
Good luck to you.
And what am I getting on that?
4.3.
4.3, there you go.
They're due for a win, to be honest. If I was going to play, it would be now that I would play the Stoke win personally. They've had some tough competition. Stoke have not had an easy start to the new season.
Well, just one thing. I mean, if this was the first game in the Premier League season, what price would Stoke be to beat Crystal Palace? The price they'd probably be would be 3.2.
Yeah.
Do they really warrant being a 4.3 chance? They're both being equally as bad. So there is a bit of value. There may be an overreaction to Crystal Palace, and Stoke probably player for player have got the better side. So I can see where JJ's coming from, but for me, it's just one to avoid.
Yeah, right. One to avoid.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.